class1.js file you can go, and inside that file you saw yesterday we have created one variable called counter. Now we can create one more variable as a not simple variable, as a array variable. Okay, something like this. Put a comma here. After keeping the comma, right here call users. Keep some username, Ganesh, Raju, Mohit, Alex. Now come down below. How many elements? Many we added names. Those names we need to print below. Use a h3 total users. This dot state dot user dot length. This dot state dot user dot length. Length is showing. Total users are 6, 7 based on your how many you have added. Next, after that, come down this dot state dot this dot state dot user dot map. This dot state dot user dot map. This dot state dot user dot map, comma index. Return p tag full name. Okay, ready? Save now. A list of users are coming. Now add one more. 5 company name. Display below. Add 5. You can say technology name or maybe book name and display below. We have added here user. We displayed. Similar way, you create one more array. Add one more array of company. Put some 5 company name. Display below. Similar way, add their array of books, add some Python books, display below. Once you're done, let me know quickly. From there, we'll continue next. Hello. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Wait for some 10-15 minutes. Other person will call you. You will get a call back in some time. Okay. Hello. Tell me, sir. Tomorrow. Yeah. First only. First only tomorrow. Yeah. You can come here also. You can join online. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Hope written. Okay. Now we'll learn next example how to do again data binding, saving the data, listing the data, deleting the data. JSON server already you have running. Start the JSON server. JSON this minus branch space data.json space minus port. Okay, our JSON server is ready. Next, we will create a component where it will be based on class, and we will learn how to take the value from text box, how to create an array, how to send to JSON. Sending to the JSON remains same. Sending to JSON remains same. Some changes will happen using class component. How to do that? Functional component you have seen. Now come create next file class2.js. In class2.js file, we are going to fetch the data. In class2.js file, we'll fetch the data, we'll delete the data. In class3.js file, we'll learn how to add the data. Okay, so you will write here import get comma on there. Next, after that, write a class name, class2 stands. Okay, ready? Next, after that, constructor is required. After the constructor, super is required. After super, this dot state equal to. In JSON server, what type of data you have stored? Is it the user or book or something else? Okay, name, mobile, age, 3 values we have. So no problem. We can write here call user list square bracket down. Right inside a function render return division h2 total users this dot state dot user list dot land. Okay, okay, ready? Next, after that, this file we need to add under the routing as well. Okay, so let's come Do the linking under the routing quickly. Hope you added. What is the length? Yes. We can call once to
Names.
2 second.
This is a true caller. Tell me the name of the question.
958. This number. This second. This maybe this one. That's one. By default, what you will get is a 0. 0. Okay. Now we can use here again let Axios to call that URL and get the data. Import Axios. Axios from Axios. Come down below, write a function call get user. Axios dot get. Inside you have to pass URL of product list URL. That is here user. It's like the user. So HTTP :// localhost : 1234/ user. Dot then response length. If we need to apply here, if response dot data dot length greater than 0, then call set state this dot set state user list response dot data. So is it ready? Now how you want to call this function? On button click or on load? Both option is there. On load also we can call. In class component, function component, how to call on load? In functional component, which is the function that execute on load?
Use effect.
Use effect. use effect. Other people forgot. Okay, in class component we have called component did mount. Component did mount on here. Component did mount. Now, first before writing, keep alert here inside and understand. Component did mount. Keep one under the render. Render. Keep one more alert under the constructor. All the places keep the alert. Check what is the sequence of alert. Which alert is coming first. Sequence. Check what is the sequence of the function. Which is the first, which is second, which is the third. People will ask in interview, what is the sequence of this function? Which execute first? Which one is coming first? Refresh the page, go to other component and come back to this component. First constructor, after that render, after that component did mount, after that three function we have written. Those three function call automatically. We discussed no yesterday life cycle function. So now what is happening? First, which is called constructor. For what purpose? To declare the variable. Second, call render, so that HTML will be ready. People will be busy in that. Third, will call which one? Component did mount. Now inside component did mount, we are going to call the API. Okay, let me guide you. Look at here, constructor, render, then component did mount. Now what is the use of constructor? Create the variable. What is the use of render? Print the statement. What is the use of component did mount? No any use. You can use for any purpose. Those purpose that you want on page load. So what we want now on page load, we have written a function here, get user. We want to call this function here. It's like the use effect. Remember use effect. Same use effect is here. Component did mount will execute after Check now. On load. See, I will go here, refresh the page. First, who is calling? Constructor. Second, render. And third, what will come? Component did mount. Component did mount will call, and it should bring the data. Page got stuck somewhere. What is the problem? Oh, we cannot call like this. No, it's a class. You have to write this dot. This dot get user. You have to write this dot get user. This dot get user. Okay, so hope length will come now. The render, see, length is coming. How much? 4. See here. By go to other component. See, to understand in the better way, go to other component. See, I went to the class 1. See, class 2. By default, what is the value? 0. Render happen. After that, component did mount will come, and it will give the value how much? 4. Let me go here again. Add one more here. So, component did mount. Okay, now see again. See what will happen is I will go to some other component. See here, I will delete this URL. Okay, now nothing is there. Go to the class 1. I will go to the class 1. Data came. I will go to the class 2. Once I went to the class 2, which execute first? Constructor. Means variable is created. Second, see render. Component did mount. See how much, what is the value as of now? 0. Again render has called. Component did mount come, and then it bring the data. Again render will come. See the sequence. Let me go here again. Constructor, that meaning your variable is declared. Render, your HTML will be ready. Component did mount. Data will come. Now data came, but as of now here, what is that? As of now is a 0. So again, once render will call, then only it will give you. See now, if I do here, again what happened? Becomes a 4. Flow is here. What is the flow? First, once the page will load, which function will call? Constructor. Second, after that, what will happen? Render will call. Second step. Third step, what will happen? Component did mount will call. Now component did mount will call the content from the API. Sorry, component did mount will call the get user function. Get user function will get the data from this URL. After getting the data, it will give to whom? Set state. Set state will send to where? User list. And when the value will change under the user list, automatically this function will call again. Which function? Render. And then it will give you the length as a 4. That only is happening. That only is happening now. Now come down and print below list of users. Create a table. And what are the details you are going to print? It is available in your JSON server. Let me open and show you. You are going to print the details called this one. ID, name, mobile, and age. I hope you can print here a table. And inside the table, what you will do? This dot state dot user list dot map. Correct? I will wait for your code quickly. Write it and send me. Create a table, ID, name, mobile, and whichever we have, what we have. ID, name, mobile, and age. Create a table where ID, name, mobile, and age, and then use the T body, T head, and inside use the render. Render in the sense which one? Map function. This dot state dot user list dot map, and create the TR. See, everything is written, only table you have to create. 5-minute time maximum. 10:32, 37 I will start writing if you are not able to write. Or if someone will write, please share me the code. Hmm? Thanks. Open this CMD. Right click, open the console. Go to console. This was here, no? Class extends value undefined general constructor. Or go to the class 2.js file. Class 2 extends component. C is capital. Both the places change C capital. Check now. Table created or going on? Create कर लिए? It's a 1 minute task here. Table open close, T head open close. Under the T body use the map. Here you can write this dot state dot user list dot map. क्या error show कर रहा है? क्या लिखा है? हाँ.
Last में somewhere.
No, what you have written? Show me the API code.
Username.
This dot state dot user list dot length. Column are not there. Column is numerals. See here, response is small. Here we are using response capital. Share with the code. Send table to table in chat. Table to table, please share in chat.
अरे भैया रे। হ্যাঁ বল, হ্যাঁ বল বল তাড়াতাড়ি বল। হ্যাঁ ব্যস্ত আছি বল। আচ্ছা আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে ঠিক আছে।
When we said alert. And that was better.
Set. Very good. Someone has shared the code also. Subhasri. Table, at least there should be one align property. There should be one border, something. Yeah? Okay. Save now. Sequence. These all are the items. Next, inside the table, we can keep here line equal to CENTER. Here align cell padding 10. Cell padding 10. Okay, so it is coming in the center. No problem. Let's make little more better. Give the width somewhere 70%. 40 are right BG color, orange color. Something like this. Now in this component, add one more link. List is happening for everyone. Where is the data? Data is available under the JSON server. How you called? What is the flow inside the project? First, our JSON server is running on a particular port number. We created a class component. Inside the class component, we wrote constructor. Under the constructor, we created the variable. What is the variable name? State variable name, user list. Now we wrote a function called getUser. We wrote a function called render. Render is mixing all together HTML and JavaScript code, correct? Now after that we wrote a function called getUser. Get user function we are calling under the component did mount. Component did mount will execute when? After HTML. Once the render will be ready, a render will generate the HTML, then the component did mount will come. Component did mount will call the get user. Get user will bring the data and give to a state, and a state will give to render, right? That is the flow. Now to add a new user, we need to have a link here called add user. When we click on add user, it should go to the next page. So first, to provide a link, you have to call here, import here in the beginning, import link from React router DOM. React router DOM. Come down below. After importing the link tag from React router DOM, add one link here. Add one link here. Link to slash class 3 add new user, you will get a link here. This link we can keep in center. We can put inside a p tag, and for p tag you can apply the For beta, we can apply the align again center. Hope ready. Link is coming in the center. Add a new user. So once we click on that, it will go to where? Next class. That is called class 3. So hope link is ready. If link is ready, we can work on next component number 3. Create the next file, component3.js. And for that component 3 link is already ready here. So on top, no need to give the link, but we have to add in routing. Okay, how to do that? I will guide you. First, create the next file. Class 3. Class 3.js. In class 3.js again, you will import React, comma, compone, component C is capital from React. After that, import Axios from Axios. Write a class, my class 3 extends component. Put default class 3. Constructor is required. super you required. Next, after that, this dot state equal to, need to have a variable called full name, int, while number int, age int, then one more called msj colon empty. All are as a empty variable. Next, after that, write a function called render. The render function will have return render function will have return, follow the div h3, add new user to JSON server, add new user to JSON server, h1 we can use, little big font size, so we can create. Next, after that, write a t head, t head, tr, th, full name, std, input type equal to text, next one more tr, mobile number, one more tr, age, one more tr, th, all span equal to 2, button, save. For this table, you can keep a line center. You will write cell padding 1.5 for this. H1 also you can keep a line equal to Message is to display the message on top. Message will display here on the top in a paragraph. Your record added successfully. Line equal to center. Inside you are going to print this dot state dot MSC. This dot state dot MSC. Ready? Now we have to add in the routing this page. So come to the app.js file and call the myclass3. myclass3 we can add here. We will not generate any link here, okay? Because link is already given. Link you are not going to add here. Usually under the UL you add the link. That link is not required. Just import the component from the top. After importing, add under the routing. Add under the routing class 3, my class 3. So hope ready. Routing is established. Click on new user. It will come to this page. New user, going to the new page. For other people, yes, no. Page is loading. Cool. Now to come to that file, write a function called save. Save equal to fat arrow method. Create a variable called URL. You can copy the URL from the previous page. Copy the fetch URL from the previous page. And you can add here. Next, after that, create a variable called name user. Inside, you can bring 3 property from your JSON file: name, age, and gender. Name, age, mobile. These 3 we can bring from the JSON server. Name, age, mobile. This dot state dot full name. This dot state dot this dot state dot mobile number. This dot state dot state dot age. Now you can give some default value. First, create this API URL. Name, mobile, age. Name, mobile, age. Added full name, mobile, and then age. Full name gives some default value. Test user. Mobile number gives some fixed value. Age gives some 99 years. Okay. We will test first the fixed value are going or not. Then you can write here axios dot post URL, comma, axios, comma, axios dot post URL, comma, new user. Here, after that, you will write here dot, then response at arrow, come down. You will write below this dot set state. Under the set state, MSG colon new user added successfully. This function I will share in the chat quickly. Okay, provided. Now come down. On button, click, you need to call this function. Which function? Save function. On button, click, we can call the function save. This dot save. Just directly click on button. The message is coming. After that, go to the page. Default value will get added and it will come to your listing page also. Default value will get added. New user added. 3-4 times I clicked. If I go to the user list, I should see here same user should come 3-4 times. Test user added how many times? Many times. So you should practice little in home also. Like what we are implementing here, you must repeat in a home. If you will not repeat, you will be confused. Okay. Class 1 to 3 all I'm going to share you. You can use that. Tomorrow we'll learn how to take the value from the text box using class component. Adding is happening anyhow, just we need to take the value. Then we'll see the delete part. How to delete the value from the again JSON server using this. File I will give you class 1, class 2, class 3. Those 3 should go under the class component. Those 3 should go to the class component, class folder. All 3 sent, check once. Yeah, it's available in your chat. Ready? Saving default value. Default value saving or not? Saving. Okay. The functional component you have understood, saving the data, listing the editing, deleting. I will give you one photo and hope you can do that and share us back. Homework using the functional component. Homework using the functional component. You can try this page, transport page only. Okay. Take the photo of this page. You will create two tables, one table left side, another table right side. Fill this all the details, click on save button. It should go to JSON server. You have to create another JSON server. You have to create one more data2.json. In the same folder, you can create one more file, data2.json or transport.json. In that, you will store this data, and after that, display here and do the delete from here. Root master is there. If you click on, create a button called delete. If you click on delete, it should get deleted. Photo, quickly take the photo. Compulsory you need to do till evening and send back in the WhatsApp group. Okay, compulsory for everyone. You must do that and send in the WhatsApp group by today max evening. Not optional work, okay? Compulsory work. Design is no matter, functionality is required. Root master button is there. In the root master button, you have to keep a delete button. I share in the chat. Okay, I send you in the chat, group chat, you can use that.